We're working on it for you today right here in the CNN News. Europe and even Canada, you see people smoking pot on the street in coffee shops. Nobody says a word. They don't go to jail for it. And the question now is it time to decriminalize marijuana possession? Some people certainly think so. And a bill before Congress would eliminate federal criminal penalties for possessing up to 100 grams of pot. 100 grams of pot. It also would decriminalize the nonprofit transfer of up to an ounce of marijuana, but it would not affect state laws. Congressman Barney Frank, the sponsor, joined us in the CNN newsroom from Capitol Hill. Take a listen. So, Congressman Frank, you introduced this legislation, and today you had a press conference. What did you announce in this press conference? What did you talk about?
It was the announcement of a bill that I filed along with Ron+Paul, who was, of course, the Republican candidate for president, and several of my other colleagues, Democrats, to say that the federal government should no longer treat as a criminal offense the personal use or possession of personal use of marijuana. With all that the federal government's got to deal with, terrorism, other serious issues of federal crime, counterfeiting, etc., to think that federal officials, law enforcement officials, would be worrying about someone smoking marijuana is ludicrous. And I really also want to address this notion that, well, you must be encouraging it. No, it's a very repressive notion that says that government should divide the activities of human beings into two categories: those things that we make criminal and those things that we're encouraging. In a free society, a large degree of human activity is none of the government's business. Yeah. We should make criminal what's going to hurt other people, and other than that, we should leave it to people to make their own choices.
And here's the interesting thing, because some people are going to say, you know what, this is a slippery slope if you follow what Amsterdam, what Europe is doing, the lax penalties you have in Canada, that it's a slippery slope. But the World Health Organization took a survey just at the beginning of this month, and it found that even with our harsh laws of marijuana, the number of people using marijuana or having tried it in the United States, 42.4%, higher than anywhere else in the world. Are we behind the rest of the world, Congressman?
Well, I don't know. I don't totally want to compare us to others. I want us to do what's right for ourselves. I do think that hypocrisy is bad public policy. I know very few people who really think that if an adult smokes marijuana, he or she should be treated as a criminal. Now, there are people who think it's a bad idea. There are people who think smoking and drinking are bad ideas. But we have learned that prohibiting these individual choices does more harm than good. And I think what you're seeing is people see this disparity between the way they believe and act to a great extent and the way the law is, and they know that that's not a good thing. I want there to be respectful law. I don't want the law to be treated as something silly. Okay,
I want to get through a couple of points, and we have a very short time left. You have said you think this would be bad for the medical industry, and I think kind of jokingly, because medical marijuana would be allowed if this is passed in all states, and you said you're going to have a lot of people saying they're sick.
Oh, yes. No, there are 12 states that allow the use of marijuana for medical purposes, but the administration, the Bush administration, has gone in and prosecuted people because the federal law has overridden the state law. And for a state, and in most of these states, 11 of the states, there were referenda. The people voted to allow the medical use of marijuana, but the federal government comes in and says, yeah, but if you follow your state law and you give medical marijuana for medical purposes, we're going to arrest you.
Okay. I've got 10 seconds left here. So what's your response? Are you finding people, your colleagues, are open to your idea, or no?
A lot of them say it's a good idea, and they're glad that I'm doing it instead of them.
Yeah, and you did this. I have to say, you introduced this when you were in the state legislature.
I did.
Yeah, but now you feel more comfortable.
I think this is one where the voters are ahead of the politicians.
Okay. Congressman Barney Frank, we always appreciate your time, and as soon as we hear something, will you please come back? I know we kept you waiting for a little bit, but would you please come back? We appreciate having you.
Thank you.
Congressman Barney Frank just moments ago right here in the CNN newsroom. A very interesting conversation, could have gone on a lot longer with him. Earlier, we asked your thoughts on Frank's bill, and you won't believe the responses we got. We asked for your emails. Our Josh Lev is going to share them with you in just a little bit.
Indicted said
police issue an Amber Alert for 4 children. Earlier we asked you about a bill before Congress that would eliminate federal penalties for the possession of small amounts of marijuana, and we asked for your emails. Our Josh Lev has been looking at your responses, and he is here to tell us what you think. And I have just from everyone in the newsroom going, are you kidding me? Really? Wow. The response is overwhelmingly in one way.
All more overwhelmingly in one way, people saying that they should drop federal penalties. That's all overwhelmingly. In fact, I want to tell you, we first asked this question at like 11:50 this morning, something like that. We checked the email at like 12:02, and we already had hundreds. So we've still been going through those, and we barely have that much time. So let's just take a look at some of the examples. I'm going to start off with a neutral one. This is interesting. Scott says, I don't care about this issue right now. Tell our officials to table it until they fix real American issues. But then we'll get into the real representative things here. What a great tax opportunity for taxing the production, sale, and purchase of marijuana and taking it out of organized crime's hands. Let's fix our roads and bridges on marijuana tax funds. They don't want federal penalties. One more. With the known damages caused by hard drugs such as cocaine, meth, etc., it only seems logical to focus our federal resources on those drugs known to damage society. Marijuana is not one of those drugs. So that's what a lot of people are saying. Tell us what you think. You can go to ireport.com right now. You can't miss it. There's a big page asking you to weigh in right there. We'll keep taking a look.
And on and on. Yeah, send us your emails. We're very interesting. You may have to continue this later.
Yeah.
CNN Newsroom continues. More news right after this.